Why are women and girls more likely to identify as bisexual than men and boys? Before we begin, please enjoy this adorable video, Cute Gay Homecoming Ask, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Jenny Granados Villatoro, 18, recalls the first time she realized she had a crush on a friend, a girl in one of her middle school classes. She started noticing little things her friend did, like how she twirled her pencil in a full circle or sat in her chair with her legs crossed in a certain way. She began researching bisexuality and asking herself, why am I feeling this way? Is it normal to have feelings of attraction to both genders? It was difficult for her to come out as bisexual to her friends and family, even at her diverse and LGBTQ-friendly high school in Montgomery County. She has heard members of the LGBTQ community express reservations about dating a bisexual person because they're afraid that in the end, someone will realize, I'm not actually interested in you, she said. A lot of people will dismiss it as a passing fad. Her parents, who are devout Catholics from El Salvador, are still having difficulty grasping the concept, she said. They always ask me, do you think you'll end up marrying a man or a woman? Jenny stated, if I had come out as a lesbian, it would have been a much easier concept for them to grasp. When you look at this community more closely, you'll notice that women are more likely than men to identify as LGBT, especially bisexual. Bisexuality is identified by more than 4% of women and less than 2% of men. In the meantime, only 1% of women and less than 3% of men identify as lesbians or gays. According to research from the UCLA School of Law's Williams Institute, a surge in bisexual women and girls has been a key driver of the LGBT community's growth. According to a Williams Institute analysis of data from 3 population-based surveys, bisexual women make up the largest group of LGBT adults, approximately 35%. More than 1 in every 10 high school students in the United States identifies as lesbian, gay, or bisexual. And 75% of them are female, with 77% identifying as bisexual. More research is needed to explain this pattern, according to Kareth Conron, research director at the Williams Institute. My theory is that it's more acceptable for girls to identify as bisexual, she remarked. To be manly, the policing of young people is particularly pronounced for boys, Conron added. And being bisexual isn't always seen as a huge departure from femininity by girls. In a similar way, among those who Hammock surveyed for his research, Young people who were assigned female at birth were more likely to identify as non-binary, meaning they are neither male nor female, or they identify as a combination of both. Perhaps this is rooted in the idea that it's more socially acceptable for girls to be masculine, but not for boys to be feminine, said Jasper Swartz, the non-binary 16-year-old in Maryland. A woman wearing a suit is not shocking, taboo, or anything else. However, when Harry Styles wore a dress on the cover of Vogue, everyone was furious, Jasper explained. It's not that women are more bisexual inherently than men. I believe it is because women are less afraid of being queer and are more open to exploring it. I think many of them would be bisexual and non-binary and every other flavor of queer if the culture was more open for men, Jasper added. However, Jasper believes that this culture is rapidly changing. The closure of schools during the pandemic, as well as the rise in popularity of TikTok, have given many young people the freedom to express their gender in new ways on social media, as well as to critically examine the gender binary. Many people are questioning why we have to live our lives in this manner. Jasper stated.